Good morning and welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the fascinating stories of people and places from around the world. I'm your host, Charles. As we begin today's journey, let's take you to the western province of Izmir in Turkey, where a fierce battle is underway to contain wildfires that have been raging for 2 days. The flames, fanned by strong winds reaching 40-50 kilometers per hour, have already forced the evacuation of 4 villages and 2 neighborhoods. As I imagine the scene, I picture the rolling hills of Izmir, once lush and green, now scarred by charred trees and billowing smoke. The sound of helicopters overhead, the rumble of tractors carrying water trailers, and the determination of over 1,000 firefighters on the ground all come together to create a vivid image of resilience in the face of adversity. The forestry minister, Ibrahim Yumakli, has been on the ground, coordinating efforts to extinguish the fires. The use of helicopters, fire-extinguishing aircraft, and other specialized vehicles underscores the complexity and danger of this situation. As we listen to the reports from local media, it's clear that the people of Izmir are facing a formidable challenge. This is not an isolated incident. Turkey's coastal regions have been increasingly ravaged by wildfires in recent years. Scientists point to climate change as a significant factor, with hotter and drier summers creating the perfect conditions for these devastating fires to spread. As we pause to consider the bravery of the firefighters and the impact on the communities affected, let's also take a moment to appreciate the beauty of Izmir, a region known for its rich history, stunning landscapes, and warm hospitality. The resilience of the people, the importance of preserving natural habitats, and the need for global cooperation in addressing climate change are all themes that emerge from this story. We'll continue to follow this developing story and bring you updates as more information becomes available. For now, let's take a deep breath, acknowledge the challenges faced by our friends in Turkey, and appreciate the dedication of those working tirelessly to contain these wildfires. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we continue our journey around the world, we find ourselves in Melbourne, Australia, where a new culinary gem has emerged. Say hello to Harriot, the latest European bistro from the renowned Tipo Zero crew. This charming destination diner is a must-visit for foodies and wine enthusiasts alike. As I stepped inside Harriot, I was struck by the old-world charm that permeates every aspect of this beautifully designed space. The brainchild of Andreas Papadakis, James Kelly, and Luke Skidmore, Harriot's identity is broadly European, drawing inspiration from the best wine bars and neo-bistros in London, France, Italy, and Spain. Chef James Kelly's menu is a love letter to classical cooking with modern flourishes, featuring dishes that are both familiar and innovative. From the rye tartlet filled with fermented porcini mayonnaise and bluefin tuna, to the lamb sweetbreads cooked sous vide in brown butter and finished in a grenobloise-like sauce, every bite is a testament to Kelly's commitment to using only the finest ingredients. One of the standout features of Harriot's menu is its focus on whole animal butchery, with pig's head terrine being just one example of the team's creative approach to utilizing every part of the animal. And let's not forget the house-made pasta, including gnocchi in swirls of cavolo nero puree and comté cream, topped with a generous shaving of black truffle. Sommelier Justin Howe has curated an impressive wine list with over 500 bottles to choose from, including some rare and exclusive vintages. The $110 wine pairing is the perfect accompaniment to the $148 tasting menu, which often features special dishes not found on the regular menu. As I explored Harriot, I was reminded of the importance of tradition and the value of taking the back roads. This restaurant is a shining example of how the dignity of ordinary work can be elevated to an art form, and how the beauty of everyday life can be found in the simplest of things: a perfectly cooked meal, a well-paired wine, and the company of good people. So if you ever find yourself in Melbourne, do make sure to stop by Harriot and experience it for yourself. And as we continue our journey on Charles Travels, remember that the power of individual stories can be found in the most unexpected places. In this case, a small European bistro in the heart of Australia. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey today, I want to take you to a place that's far removed from the warmth and hospitality we often celebrate on this show. A place where the dignity of human life has been tragically disregarded. I'm speaking of Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, where a shocking discovery was made at a private crematorium. Imagine walking into a building where the air is thick with the scent of death, and the silence is only broken by the sound of forensic investigators meticulously collecting evidence. That's what greeted authorities in Ciudad Juarez when they stumbled upon 381 bodies piled up like discarded objects, without any regard for the families who had entrusted them to the crematorium. As I delve into this story, I'm reminded of the importance of respecting the dignity of human life, even in death. The crematorium's negligence is a stark reminder that our actions have consequences, and it's our responsibility to ensure that we treat every individual with compassion and care. The fact that relatives were given other material instead of ashes is a heartbreaking testament to the disregard for human life. As I reflect on this story, I'm struck by the contrast between the beauty of everyday life and the harsh realities that exist in our world. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope for a better tomorrow. The people of Ciudad Juarez, like so many others around the world, deserve our respect, empathy, and understanding. As we conclude this episode of Charles Travels, I want to leave you with a sense of reflection and contemplation. Let us remember the importance of treating every human being with dignity and respect, regardless of their background or circumstances. Let us also acknowledge the resilience and strength of communities like Ciudad Juarez, who are working towards a better future. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling.